Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Bertemu saya lagi. Kali ini saya ingin mengajak teman-teman untuk menggambar Rangda. Yang ini kan Barong ini teman-teman ya. Kalau Rangda ada lidahnya teman-teman. Oke, ayo kita mulai.
Hi everyone, it's me again. This time my dad will draw and color Rangda, the mystical creature of Bali. So please sit down and enjoy the video or prepare your paper and let's draw together. In the heart of Bali, beneath the towering banyan trees and vials of mist that drift across sacred temple grounds, lives a name whispered with awe and fear, Rangda. Her story is one of sorrow, power, and vengeance. She is a witch, a queen, a widow, and a woman wronged. But to truly understand Rangda, we must return to the roots of her tale, a story that is far more than myth. It is a mirror of culture, gender, and power. And unlike the shape-shifting Leia, Rangda is not a shadow lurking in disguise. She is a figure of flesh, magic, and fury, one who commands attention in broad daylight. Rangda's story finds its origin in the ancient Javanese legend of Calon Arang, a widowed woman who lived during the reign of King Erlangga in the 11th century. She was known to be powerful in black magic and feared by many. But her descent into infamy did not begin with evil, it began with rejection. You see, Calon Arang had a daughter, Ratna Manggali, whose beauty was unmatched. Yet despite this, no one dared ask for her hand in marriage. The villagers were afraid of her mother's powers, afraid of the curse that seemed to follow their family. Calon Arang felt humiliated, isolated, and furious. In the depths of her grief and rage, she turned to the darker forces of the supernatural. She made a pact, embracing black magic and unleashing chaos upon the land. Crops withered, plagues swept through villages, death followed wherever her wrath pointed. And so, Calon Arang became Rangda, a name that in Balinese means widow. But this wasn't just about marital status, it was a symbol of otherness, of power outside the norm, and of a woman no longer bound by societal roles. Rangda's appearance is unforgettable, terrifying, theatrical, and steeped in symbolism. She is often portrayed with wild, unkempt hair flowing past her shoulders, a symbol of her untamed power. Her bulging, bloodshot eyes seem to stare through the soul, a constant reminder of the spirit world she commands. Long curved fangs jut from her mouth, sometimes paired with a lolling tongue dripping in red. Her clawed hands, extended and trembling, look as if they are always mid-spell or reaching for the next victim. She wears a fearsome mask in ritual performances, adorned with gold and bone, and a long flowing robe that sways as she moves with haunting grace. Her appearance evokes not only fear but respect, a reminder that this is no ordinary spirit. Rangda is not hiding in the dark. She is proudly monstrous, because her power no longer needs to be playable. Rangda plays a central role in Balinese folklore and spiritual drama, especially in the iconic Barong dance. This traditional performance features the eternal battle between Barong, the lion-like creature of good, and Rangda, the embodiment of chaos and darkness. But here's the twist. In Balinese Hinduism, neither Rangda nor Barong can be truly defeated. Their battle is cyclical and eternal, reflecting the duality of life itself: good and evil, life and death, creation and destruction. It is not about destroying darkness, but maintaining balance. Unlike the Lea, who are humans trained in black magic that transform at night, Rangda is a fixed, dominant force. Lea are the followers, Rangda is their queen. In this role, she represents not just destruction but retribution. A voice for the voiceless, a symbol of rage for the marginalized, especially women who have been shunned or betrayed. Rangda's magic is formidable. In performances, she casts spells over soldiers, making them stab themselves with crisp blades, only to be protected by the power of Barong. The supernatural battle is not just theater, it is a ritual, a spiritual reminder to the community that even darkness has its place. Now let's talk about her skills and dark magic. Legends say that she was a master of black magic, able to summon plagues, cause floods, control the weather, and even raise the dead. She could cast spells over entire villages, wither crops, and strike people with sudden illness. In some story, she conjured clouds of darkness that hung over the homes of those who offended her, bringing chaos wherever her anger reached. Rangda's rituals were conducted at midnight, often at graveyards or under sacred trees, where she would invoke spirits of the dead or commune with unseen forces. She is said to command an army of Lea, her loyal followers who shapeshift into terrifying beasts at night and feed on corpses and newborn. Among her most famous magical feasts is her ability to possess others, driving them into madness or even making them attack their own families. During Barong performances, actors portraying soldiers fall under her spell and begin to stab themselves with daggers. Yet they survive unharmed, protected only by divine magic countering her dark force. Rangda could also manipulate the minds of kings, turning rulers against their own advisors and sending kingdoms into war. She needed no army of men. Her army was made of fear, spirits, and shadows. Her magic was targeted, precise, and deeply emotional. But it is important to remember that Rangda was once a mother, a woman who loved her daughter and longed for her future. Her rage did not spring from nowhere, it came from the pain of societal rejection. She was labeled dangerous for being powerful, unmarriageable for being independent, and wicked for being angry. Some scholars and feminists reinterpret Rangda as a figure of resistance. In a world where powerful women were often seen as threatening, Rangda's transformation can be seen not just as a fall into darkness, but a reclaiming of control. This is what sets her apart from many other figures in mythology. Rangda is not simply a monster, she's a product of injustice, one who decided to fight back. Despite being a character rooted in centuries-old mythology, Rangda has not remained confined to the past. In fact, her presence has only grown in modern times, transcending traditional Balinese folklore and making her way into global popular culture, video games, and contemporary art. Perhaps one of the most notable appearances of Rangda is in the world of video games. She has inspired monstrous characters in popular franchises such as Final Fantasy, where players battle demonic enemies named Rangda or Barong, a clear nod to the Balinese mythos. In the Shin Megami Tensei and Persona series, Rangda appears as a summonable demon, often portrayed with her classic traits: long hair, terrifying face, and potent magical abilities. She is usually classified as a powerful spellcaster, resistant to physical damage and often immune to death-based attacks, mirroring the myth that Rangda cannot be killed by ordinary means. Even in independent horror games and anime series, Rangda-inspired figures emerge women, with cursed powers, long black hair, and vengeful spirits. Shaped by Southeast Asian horror traditions, her image, part sorceress, part monster, part woman wronged, has become a universal symbol of mystical fear and raw feminine energy. Outside of games, Rangda has become a recurring theme in literature, dance performances, horror films, and digital art. Artists often reimagine her in a contemporary light, showing her as a metaphor for women reclaiming their power after being silenced or marginalized. In feminist literature and critiques, Rangda is often viewed as a symbol of how society demonizes powerful, outspoken women, especially those who defy traditional roles or challenge patriarchal control. Rangda also continues to inspire fashion, graphic novels, and even academic studies. But here lies the duality. Rangda, once feared in sacred rituals, is now both demon and icon, a guardian of myth, an image of resistance, and a reminder of the shadows we all carry. I think that is all I can share about Rangda. With this video, I hope Indonesian culture such as Rangda will be well known globally. And let us preserve other Indonesian culture together. See you guys on the next video. Over and out.